Hello everyone and welcome back to the Sedona International Film Festival. I'm your host Carol Kahn. We are coming to you live from Yavapai College, the Sedona campus, and like to thank our sponsors, Northern Arizona Healthcare. And I'd like to introduce you to two filmmakers who almost like need no introduction in Sedona. Jason and Jacob, thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, you've been here for a week and I think everybody knows who you are.
Thank goodness.
You're starting to develop a reputation.
Yeah. It was funny getting to the party last night because we didn't have our lanyards. I stupidly forgot mine, but they're like, "What film are you with?" And I was, "Oh, the Four for Fun." They're like, "Oh, right this way." I was like, "Has everyone really seen this?" And people have. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's been flattering.
So I understand it's your first time
to Sedona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Yeah. It's superseded all of the expectations and things I was told about it, and all of those things were already good. So it's been fantastic. It's beautiful. The fact that we had snow a couple days ago was just stunning, and there's like this relaxed vibe from everybody I've been meeting, not even just at the festival, but in town too. It's like, really like it here.
Yeah. They call it Slowdona.
Okay. Is that
Slowdona, yeah.
And I've needed to slow down, so this is good.
It is a good place to come to, like to slow down, seriously. Like it's just like that amazing place. I lived in Vegas for 10 years, so it's like the complete opposite.
There was a different nickname for
that one. There is. All right, tell me the roles of the film. What's your role in the film?
Well, Jason's a creator, writer, director. Mm-hmm. He basically wore all the hats. And I play George in the film, but I'm also producer on the film as well with Jason. Mm-hmm. And Jason and I, we go back to when we were basically teenagers and 20 years old-ish. Jason was working on a show called Days of Our Lives on NBC, and I was working on The Bold and the Beautiful on CBS, and both of us were not old enough to be tramping around Hollywood into nightclubs, and we ended up really hitting it off because everywhere I went, he was there. And our friendship has remained ever since.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
Days of Our Lives. I haven't watched Bold and Beautiful, but Days of Our Lives, I used to watch that because the TV station I worked at, that's all they'd watch.
Okay. Yeah.
But a long time ago, there was a character, Billy Huffsey, who used to play on that. It was like many years ago, but he was in Fame, and I don't know, but he was. That's why I used to watch it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's why I watched it.
Good-looking guys, like you watch it. Yeah.
Exactly.
So. All right. I knew we were going to get along.
You're making her blush.
Yeah, I know.
Somebody's
I'm turning red. It's getting hot in here. Yeah, I think the temperature just went up about 20 degrees.
Well, we are very appreciative of being here, and thank you so much. And thank you to the Sedona Film Festival and, of course, Enchantment Resort where we're staying, which has just been amazing.
Yeah.
That is such a beautiful resort.
It really
and
is.
You have to rank if you're there, so obviously you do.
Yeah,
I don't know how you got that ticket.
I feel like I just kind of fell into it.
That's exactly how it feels.
It's pretty nice.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I don't know. I need to talk to somebody after this. I don't know. Next time you're here, that's not going to happen. No, I'm kidding. It is the best place to stay.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I know this is going nowhere, but
Are we editing these?
It's going everywhere. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. We do have a clip of the film that we can play it so everybody can see, so I can get off of this right now and start somewhere else.
Great.
You know those times where you just feel like something's gonna go wrong? Almost got hit twice on the way up here.
I just want this night to go perfectly.
Oh, so do I. It's just dinner. Unless there's something I don't know. What's changed?
Look, George made a pass at me today. Let's just eat and get out of there.
Forget about these. Just throw them out.
Let's get reckless tonight.
Let's not. I want this raise.
Don't worry about your boss.
I'll handle him.
You also thought you didn't know any swingers. Let's say I offer myself up as tribute.
I'm married.
Here's to it. Cheers.
Like $300 for this stuff, so for that price, I want it to be good if I actually microwave the shit. Cheers.
Not to referee, but you may be falling victim to the happy ending bias.
You mean Princess here?
No, you.
So just relax and move the music. Okay, I can do this. I can do this perfectly.
How many times has he painted this thing?
11 times.
Does it have a title?
Yeah, it's 4 for something. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Bravo.
Oh,
Did anybody tell you that Brad Pitt looks like you?
You know, there's this guy that's going around Hollywood
Yeah.
masquerading as me,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he calls himself Brad Pitt. It's the
I
weirdest
know.
thing.
He's been talking about it all the time. That says that.
Well, I'm flattered. I thank you. People have said that from time to time, and you could be in worse company.
That's true. That's true. I think you're in really good company.
yeah, he's funnier than Brad Pitt, though.
Yeah.
And definitely he's funnier in this movie.
I know, there
Brad
were some
Pitt's pretty
great
funny.
scenes in
He
there.
is funny.
Yeah, he's hilarious in this movie.
What inspired you to do this film?
Well, it's a movie about being present, and I think, everybody had a different version of pandemic, and for mine, luckily we were, more fortunate than most. We stayed healthy, my wife and I, and there just became an increasingly, just a larger focus on what we could do instead of all the things that we couldn't, and just we found a lot of solace in just being present there with our friends and family, and that was just something that was really resonating with me at the time. And so that's like the artistic part of the answer. The realistic part of the answer is all of production fell through for me during pandemic. So like a lot of projects just couldn't get made. You couldn't get the insurance to make anything. And so I was like, okay, got to scale back. What is possible right now? What can be done? Because I didn't want to sit around and wait for things to just come back. I mean, I would have still been waiting even till today, probably. And so I wanted to do a dinner party movie for a really long time, and I knew that we could do that with a small cast, and it could be something that was really contained so that we could make sure like we could get through the entire thing and no one would get sick. We could shoot a lot of it outside, and so there was a lot of just like reality of what can we do right now. And then it married up to making a movie about what I was inspired with at the time, which, was something I was really felt grateful that I found with my family during such a hard time. And so the movie is a way to kind of share that with other people.
And for you, what was it like? I mean, with the pandemic and everything, how did that affect you?
Well, I mean, it was affecting every production. Everything just ceased. Jason reached out to me and goes, "Hey, you want to do something for free?" I was like, "I guess, kinda."
Well, you were on Walking Dead at the time. You were doing Walking Dead, right?
Yeah, I was doing 2 episodes. I did 2 episodes in The Walking Dead at that point. But of course, they have their own facilities, testing facilities, and they were like, "Hey, you want a vaccination? Come on in." They were literally still up and running a very healthy environment. But when Jason did call me, I said, I really artistically want to spread my wings on some stuff. And Jason is an incredible writer. I mean, a lot of people, one of the questions that was asked to me last night at one of the gala events was, how much it was improv? I said, about 98% of it was Jason's words. There was about 2% that we just improv'd and went back and forth on some moments. But that's how natural and honest his writing was. And it was really easy for an actor to go, I could really sink my teeth into this.
And I also, like, since we know each other for a really long time, I knew stuff that he wasn't able to do on the, because you did 4 different subs, right?
I mean,
3?
Who's counting?
You didn't know, no, but on those shows, my point with this is that, like, I was on a couple as well, and they don't really want you to be funny on those shows. It's not really, like, sometimes you get away with it, but it was something that he was talking about, spreading his wings. I was like, oh my gosh, this guy is such a larger than life, funny asshole.
Yeah.
I just said it.
It's all right. It's only going to YouTube.
And so I just, as soon as he came on, I just started, like, beefing up the BS that he had to say, and there was no line he couldn't deliver.
I mean,
like the nipple milk line.
One of my favorites, for sure.
But there was some improv in it. There's improv. You were improving in the trailer. For I don't know.
The painting.
That was you.
Pretty much all of that section was definitely improv.
Yeah, we were just.
And we were working with Donovan Patton, who is Joe from Blue's Clues, Nickelodeon, Nick Jr., which also a very different stretch for him as well, coming from a children's show,
right,
and playing this guy.
You're right.
So we were supported with just fantastic actors who really cared about making something good during the pandemic, and this is what the result was.
Yeah, it was really a awesome team. I mean, the fact that, like, Jacob and I had talked about working together a couple years ago, and then this came up, probably faster than we had imagined. So that was really fortuitous. But the casting director, his name is Paul Reddy, he found Annika Foster, and he had cast her in a couple of different movies, and he sent me an audition that she did for one of the other movies, and we were so lucky to have her because she's like this shooting star. She did like 6 movies last year. She's like, on this great trajectory, and her work in this is fantastic and very different than anything she had done.
Yeah.
And then the other person that Paul cast was Brittany Sarpy, and he had cast her in a horror movie years ago, and that's how he knew her. She's now in Young and the Restless.
And she was on Tyler Perry's, one of his shows.
Yeah.
She's been around for a while.
And she was another just bright light that came into this, that, like, took the character and ran with it, and I had to add right for her voice too, and so the girls are just like, it was really inspiring to watch their work, because they were really tasked, the actors were really tasked with, it's not easy what I was asking, and I knew that because I was an actor, and but the challenge was kind of part of the fun, and everyone was up for it, and everyone kept pushing each other, and we really built something that I'm really proud of, and the whole cast is really proud of it.
Yeah, it sounds like that for both of you, not just for one or the other, but that you talked about stretching yourself as an actor, right? Because being in soap operas, it's a certain way, and you kind of get used to that, I'm sure. And that certain way of acting, and to try to step out of that could be a little bit intimidating in some respects. I mean, but you're actors and professional, but sometimes personally it could be a little intimidating. So it seems like the movie stretched not only your acting abilities, but also writing and doing a feature film, and for other things to come to the future.
Yeah, I mean, I like challenging myself. I like taking on hard jobs, and that's why I'm pursuing. Well, not pursuing, but that's why I became a filmmaker. Is making a film. There's like the glitz and glam that people see, but the reality of it is it's actually like a very, very hard thing to do. And in this circumstance, we were making a movie with a crew of 7 and a cast of 4 during a pandemic. And we shot. we were shooting 3 cameras too, so
like we would in daytime television.
Right, and
save time, money.
It does that, and then it also it allows the actors to have more space to interact with each other. So when people think it's improv or something, you get a certain kind of naturalism if you have enough cameras to cover it, because that interplay and that energy is
It's consistent.
Yeah, it's consistent, and that's what we were driving at. That's where like the movie really earns your attention, is in the energy between the actors. And so like to preserve that it's tough, but again, that was the goal from the outset, was to push ourselves. And so I wasn't going to start taking shortcuts and find ways to make it easier on us.
Yeah, thank you for that, by the way.
You're welcome.
You're almost starting to finish the sentences, though. It's a little bit unnerving here.
Jason is incredibly intelligent, and his writing is incredibly intelligent. And it took all of us several Zoom readings to figure out what the hell we were saying.
Right. Well, yeah, talk about the Zoom thing. So that's the neat thing about how this came together.
Well, we were all living in different areas. Of course, this was also during the pandemic. But if you live in Los Angeles, you're like, well, what part of Los Angeles do you live in? And nobody was really getting together. So Zoom was obviously this last couple of years just went through the roof. Everybody was Zoom calling, but that was so nice to be able to have that, so we could actually work together. I'm in Charleston, South Carolina. Jason's out in L.A. Brittany's out there. Annika's out there. But I guess it's really how we were able to really find the characters and fine tune it. And we did, I don't know, 4.
I think, yeah, something
4
like that.
rehearsals, full start, front to back, and ask questions along the way. Hours of work went into just prepping these characters. Which
the rehearsal like that is like, it's kind of unusual.
It doesn't happen.
But I think going forward, it's probably, I would want to do that again, because it was these Zoom reads are hard. Doing Zoom meetings are hard enough. You get people stepping on each other, and to really have like conversation, it's difficult.
Yeah.
But then when we did the Zooms, they were so inspiring that that's really was like, okay, let's go for this. Let's make this movie, because the Zooms went so well.
Yeah.
And they were fun. I mean, it was fun along the way. It was hard.
It was 4 for fun.
Yeah.
He's a promoter too. 4 for fun. And we're out.
And see.
Okay. Well, your film was shown last night or the night before?
2 nights ago.
2 nights ago. Forget it. Everything is speeding up around
Blending
here.
together, yeah.
Yeah. So, where else can people find your film?
Well, right now there's just there's
The film festivals.
the film festival is where we're at right now,
Yeah.
and we have the trailer up online, and we'll probably be adding to some of the content that is available online, and we'll keep you posted about where it'll be showing next.
It's like a little secret here. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna keep you. Tell me what's next.
It
right?
will definitely end up somewhere.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, are you two going to be? Do you have a plan to work together again in another film?
Yes, we
Oh,
do.
no way.
No. You don't.
Of course, no. I love.
But you work for free, so
Yeah,
of
well,
course
I
he's
mean,
gonna
there's
call
no better
you.
help than that, right? I was running like cables, jocking cameras around. I'm like, I've never done this before, Jason. He's like, you're fine, you're good, you got it.
It was all hands on deck kind of production. It also like it was really hard. We shot for 11 days, and we were shooting nights too, so it was challenging just in that respect. But it was really when we did our last shot, we call it the beer frame, because we come from daytime television. We're not fancy enough to have a martini
Shot.
right.
No tequila?
I said to everybody, and I don't think any of us will ever make a movie like this ever again, but I was so grateful to share it with these 12 people, because everybody knew we were just it's just a tight-knit family, and that's not really how movies go. And so it was really like lightning in a bottle, just like even just the production of it, and then the way that it came out, we're really proud of it, and it was so neat to share it with the Sedona Film Festival, and the fact that they accepted the film and brought it here, and then we got to enjoy it with that crowd the other night. I mean, it was a big theater.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people in there. And
Roger Clemens was in there.
Yeah. Roger Clemens liked
I was
the
like,
movie.
Yeah,
Rocket's
that's awesome.
watching our movie, man.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
well,
that was
you know,
awesome.
Tom Cruise usually buys gifts for his cast and crew.
Mm-hmm.
So I think moving future, don't you think you need to like take care of your
Yeah, the second
cast
I
and
start
crew?
getting paid $50 million to make a movie, my cast and crew are all getting Mercedes-Benz.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
there we go.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know he
Can I
gave
choose which class?
Yeah, I mean, if I
I
just
might have
got
to sign up for the film, and I don't even act.
Elvis Presley did that actually.
Yeah, he bought everybody Cadillacs.
Cadillac, but also Harleys too. That was a different.
My
movie.
kind of man.
Yeah, like I forget they were shooting, I think in Arizona, like one of his westerns. He bought the whole crew Harleys, and this is true because one of the directors, Roger Amon, worked on Days, and he's like, I still have my Harley, and he bought them all Harleys, and they rode them back to LA from here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you got something to look forward to.
Yeah, exactly.
As
That's
soon
what
as
I'm
I
saying.
get that Elvis Presley money.
You
Yeah.
need to tell me where the next one is so I can audition. I probably won't get it, but still. Well, it's such a delight to talk with both of you. Thank you so much for being here and bringing your film. And just like I tell all our filmmakers, you know, you've been here one time, but you'll definitely come back again. So we hope that.
We would love to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
hope
would
that
love
we'll
to.
see you
It's-
again.
We got all sorts of projects.
Good. Good.
There'll be something else we'll bring.
We can talk after this. You can tell me what some of those are.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you both for being with us. It's
Thank
been a
you.
pleasure.
Thanks.
And we'll be back with more from the Sedona International Film Festival after this.